What's up everybody, it's the Fire Specialist here, and welcome to more Pokemon Yellow. Last time, we had our 6th gym battle here in Kanto, and did indeed win our 6th badge against the Psychic Mistress herself, Sabrina. And we also got hit to Cinnabar Island, since we had a rather simple battle with just Tauros hyper beaming everybody. Today, we're gonna look around this 5-building town and explore why we can't get into the gym. So first things first, your two main areas here, the Pokemon Center and the Pokemon Mart. Gonna take a look inside there. That is not an aid, by the way. Never hurts to have extra items. Yeah, honestly, I probably do need to go ahead and pick up a couple of max repels while I'm in here. Might as well. Alright, and I guess we'll go on to building number 3. This is actually I've always kind of seen this place as a kind of a fun little area. There's surprisingly a lot of stuff going on. Hello there, do you want to trade your Golduck for Rhydon? I don't think, besides maybe some fishing spots, we actually have not encountered Psyduck and Golduck yet. Now, in my opinion, this trade's not really worth your while in the long run. You can get Rhyhorn in the nature, the Safari Zone. So, you can get a Rhydon there, but here's the thing though, Rhyhorn does evolve at level 42, whereas Psyduck is like in the 30s. So if you have a Golduck, you can effectively get yourself an under-leveled Rhydon. So, in terms of use, it's not bad, but probably not the best either. I guess I could probably recommend it, but obviously we don't even have a Golduck. Talking to this guy, I found this very strange fossil on Mount Moon. This might be the guy we actually battled in Mount Moon. He got his fossil and we got ours as well. Hi, do you have Growlithe? Want to trade it for Dewgong? So yeah, a second trade. If you happen to have a Growlithe, they will give you a Dewgong. Dewgong is another one of the Kanto water types that just doesn't stand out. It's a water and ice type, and Lapras does it better. I cannot recommend this trade. You can get an Arcanine instead of getting a Dewgong for your Growlithe. So, and with Lapras being the Pokemon that you're supposed to be able to get around this time of the game, I just don't recommend it. But I will go ahead and say this trade though, the Golduck for Rhydon trade, I'll go ahead and take back what I said. I do recommend it. I just know that in terms of the long scheme of things, you can actually find high level Rhydon at the end of the game. So, in terms of for the main story though, it is good. Eevee can evolve into one of 3 kinds of Pokemon. We went over those actually, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. And of course, it can evolve into one of 8 nowadays. Hopefully that number still increases. Tick, tick, tick. I made a cool TM. It can cause all kinds of fun. We got TM35. This is a fun move actually. We haven't really seen it, I don't think, used on us. It's Metronome. Literally anything can happen. Any move in the game can be pulled from it. You might even get Explosion, or you can get Splash. So, it's really a gamble type of move. I'm looking for Kangaskhan. This is the 3rd trade in here. Yeah, Kangaskhan. A Pokemon that is only found in the Safari Zone. Want to trade it for Muck? I highly do not recommend that trade. You can actually, hopefully I'm not mistaken, you can actually find Muck here on Cinnabar Island. So this is a terrible trade. I would not do it. Alright, you guys, oh I forgot to, maybe not. So, this guy, you want to make sure you have your fossil. We have our Helix fossil, so talk to him. Hiya, I am an important doctor. I study here. Where are Pokemon fossils? You! Have you a fossil for me? Oh, that is Helix Fossil. It is fossil of Omanite, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again. So, you hurry and give me that. Fire handed over Helix Fossil. I take a little time. You go for a walk in a little while. We will come back to him in a little bit. Next thing though is that big building. This one right here. This is not your ordinary building. This is the Pokémon Mansion. There are a few trainers here, a few tricks here and there, and lots of wild Pokemon. We'll go ahead and throw on that repel though. And I always remember, there's something over here. Moonstone number 5. I just checked, we had 3 in the PC, we used 1. This is Moonstone number 5. There are only 4 Pokemon you need to evolve in the Moonstone. That being Nidorino of course, Teferi, and Jigglypuff. So you actually get an extra Moonstone. But there's a lot to do here. You'll see some gates here. And you'll see plenty of items. No item you already have will open up those gates. An escape rope. I actually picked one up from the PC just in case. I can't remember if Dig escaped from here or not. You can go down here, and this is also cut off. This place is more massive than you might think. Once the repel runs off, we'll go ahead and encounter some Pokemon. You guys can see what's in here. I haven't really been doing bios. I don't think that's really my thing. I would talk about Pokemon I recommend, absolutely. But I won't really go into full detail, per se. I don't know how much I wasn't recording. So I'll go back out real quick. We found the Moonstone and escape rope, and we went up here. Now let's go down. Glad I noticed that sooner rather than later. Okay, repel off. We're gonna actually encounter some of the Pokemon now. Like I said, I think there's Pokemon like Coughing and Muck in here. You might find some fire types. Yeah, you have Grimer. That trade for Muck is not needed at all. We'll go on over here. And we have a book on the table. And yeah, we are still finding Rattata. Pretty good of Rattata though. If for whatever reason you haven't added one to your team and you want to, do it now. You'll find them, you'll even find Wild Eradicate here. Diary, July 5th. Guyana, South America. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. Guyana? Is that how it's called? Speaking of Eradicate, level 40. This thing matches up to Altoros in terms of level. And we have a calcium. It is a calcium. I knew it was a vitamin. I just didn't know which one. We'll go on over here. This is definitely one of the places that I'm not the biggest fan of. I think I'm accidentally on the right trail. Let's go over here. And there should be another item. Iron or protein? It's iron! And like in Game Show World, you have to accept your first response, so... This Raticate is level 43. That's... matching out Ace. So yeah, even the wild Pokemon, this is a good spot to do some grinding. If you need to. So you basically get the gist. There's Grimer, I think there is Muk, Rattata, and Eradicate. Nothing really too special. Alright, we're back to near the entrance. Go down here and pop up in front of this guy who didn't do anything. This place is like huge. Like something Shaggy would say. Ninetales? Yeah, Ninetales. It's all coming back to me now. Level 38 Ninetales like that. Probably have like Ember and Confuse Ray, stuff like that. Quick Attack. This probably won't KO. Yeah, not quite. But we actually naturally outspeed, so that's good. Ayah! Ayah, he said. Alright. I don't know why I thought I could go that way. Diary, February 6th. Mew gave birth. I am recording this on February 9th. So, happy belated birthday. We named the newborn Mewtwo. So, we see the people here that inhabited this mansion had a Mew and a Mewtwo. I guess this would be a good time to go ahead and talk about the mythical in the room. Mew. It's not obtainable in regular gameplay. I think you guys have probably heard me talk about the glitches with the bridges and stuff. There are ways to make it appear that way, but in terms of your normal gameplay, it wasn't possible. Mew, though, is a psychic type, and it is one of the Pokemon that has an even stat distribution. Real quick, these little statues, they are secret switches. You can press them to make doors basically appear and disappear. But Mew, though, is said to be the ancestor of all Pokemon. Like I said, it has an even base stat distribution across the board, 100 in every stat. And the one thing that a lot of people would probably say is the best quality of it, though, is it can learn every TM in the game. It can learn every TM, it can learn every HM. It is one of 2 users of Transform. And it's one of the strong ones. Honestly, it's a good Pokemon. Not many games that you do that. Or not many games that you use it. Here in recent games, though, BDSP of all games will let you actually do that. It actually let you use a Mew after 1 badge. I am butchering this puzzle. I just want to make that very clear right now. I'm going to go back upstairs and see what I have done. I normally do know my way around here, but I guess when it comes to talking and doing this at the same time, I'm not that good at it. Yeah, I won't come up here. I was on the right track there at first, funny enough. Oh, I have Repelled up, by the way. So just in case I haven't talked about it, if your Pokemon are the same level or under the wild Pokemon encounters, you will still encounter them. People do call this the repel manipulation. Whenever it comes down to, yeah, again, level 40, 43 probably? 40. Yeah, you can do this to get high level Pokemon though. So it's not a bad idea, but whenever you're not trying to run into anybody, kinda sucks. If I hit that, that makes that one appear and this one disappear. My mentor wants them here. Don't know who your mentor would be. Another scientist? Probably Dr. Fuji, to be honest. The guy that gave us the Pokemon. Body slam you. But yeah, Mew's a good Pokemon. A lot of people playing Red, Blue, and Yellow probably wouldn't have known Mew existed until either the Pokemon in the first movie, where we got to see Mew go up against Mewtwo and get some of the origin there, because obviously we know who Mewtwo is. We haven't seen it yet, but we will eventually. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But the other way people probably saw Mew is when they played Pokemon Stadium. You can't use a rental Mew, but there is one trainer in Prime Cup that will use a level 100 Mew with moves like Psychic and Thunderbolt. Or Thunder Wave, sorry. And I think I might have Blizzard too. It's terrifying. And in a completely level 100 metagame, it's kind of crazy. Repels don't work. Alright, I'm gonna go down here. There we go. We'll fight this guy. I want to say he has like an electrode. Like maybe 2 of them. Ah, 2 Pokemon. And it's electrode. Big old smiling electrode. You know, electrode, you used to be caught grass type. That's 1. Tauros also grew to level 41. I was gonna try and... Oh, he has a Weezing! So he's just a big boom type of guy. And Sludge. Honestly, the strongest poison move in this game. There we go. Now that Tauros is 41, let's get Charizard some experience. Alright, and is this protein? Oh, it's Carbos. Should have said the Carbos. Alright, well, you can go down there if you want. That way leads to another exit. It's odd. But you can go and come through here, and this is the final room. It's a big room, too. Another one of these. Diary, September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. ... Not good, honestly. And we find TM14. Ah, here we go. The debate of which one is stronger. This TM contains the move Blizzard. This is Generation 1 Blizzard, by the way. And it is a very strong attack. It's 120 base power. And it's in this game, 90 accuracy. Nowadays, obviously, people know Ice Beam is the more consistent move. But Blizzard, though, is what a lot of people would probably choose to run. It's only 10 less accuracy with 30 more power, or 25 more power, I mean, sorry about that. I do want to teach this to somebody. I want to give it to Nidoking. Nidoking has the Generation 1 equivalent of Bolt Beam now. And we'll go and get rid of Water Gun. It was funny having Nidoking with Water Gun, but we want that Blizzard. There we go. And we'll talk to this. No! I don't want to talk to you! And there you go. You don't need to trade your, what was it, Kangaskhan? Your Safari Zone encounter? That is rare and hard to capture? Yeah, you don't need to capture it. Now let's go to this guy. Uh-oh, where am I now? Who knows at this point? Mr. Burglar with 2 Pokemon and Growlithe. Hey, guy, if you want a Dugong, I mean, if this guy can do it, he is just raw. Useless. Alright. And yes, Ponyta. A flying type using Dig. Still immune to Earthquake, by the way. I think. Should be. Kinda funny. Ahoo! Alright. Oh, we'll go ahead and might as well hit this. A secret switch. Press it. Who wouldn't? And we can leave out this way, and there is an item over here. A full restore. until we come over here. It is pretty blank, to be honest. But that switch, though, also will throw on the last rappel, even though it probably won't do us any good. Come up here. This place is ideal for a lab. That's what you think. Scientist wants to throw hands. He's got Magnemite. Magnanimity. Charizard grew to level 42. And he's got an Electro with probably no electric type attacks. So that's Generation 1 for you. Held on by glue, duct tape, and staples. What was that for? Alright. Now, before we hit that one, I just want to double check, because there is something else. Yeah. This Ralicate is level 46. That's above our ace. I mean, if you really want to, here you go. Go ahead and capture it. Alright, before we hit that switch, we'll come back here and grab another rare candy. I believe that's rare candy number 7. So, not bad. Now we want to come back here, hit the secret switch. Who wouldn't? And we'll come on through here. Grab this. TM22. This TM is, of course, Solar Beam. The Solar Beam is a 120 power grass type attack that has a turn of charge up in advance. It's like Fly, it's like Dig. I don't know if I recommend it. I'm gonna stay with my Mega Drain and Razor Leaf personally, but so we've explored the whole area and we've come to this, the last little spot of land. The secret key. That is how we're gonna get into the gym. So, you know, this would be a good time to test it. Does Dig work in here? It does. Alright, I learned something new then. I did not need to get an escape rope. Pokémon Mansion, throughout all my years, is probably one of the few places that I do not try and get out of. Even though I did just forget. Hopefully, tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section or not, but you can actually find Ditto in there. Ditto is the transformed Pokemon. It is also the... I don't know if you would call it confirmed, but Conspiracy says it's the failed clone of Mew. Given the fact that it can transform and so can Mew. So, there's that. It has balanced stats just like Mew as well. But it's a gimmick. Charizard grew to level 43, doing a little bit of training. I misremembered. I thought Charizard was going to learn something at level 43. Alright. I did some training though, got Charizard up to 43. But now, before we end off the episode, it's been a little while, as the important doctor has said. I think we'll go in here and take a look at our Helix fossil. See what's going on with it. And check out what Omanite is. Where were you? Your fossil's back to life. It was Omanite, like I think. Fire got Omanite. Give a nickname? Nah. The fossil Pokemon are Omanite and Kabuto. You actually get them at level 30. They are both rock and water types. Omanite being a more special oriented Pokemon, with Kabuto and Kabutops being the more physical ones. They are only 10 levels away from evolving, so go to a cave or something and spam Surf. You have Surf, so there's that. Unfortunately, I don't think they get Rock Slide. I really, unfortunately, don't think they do. This is one of the confusing times for little kids, because we always thought rock types were not affected by electric types. But Omanite is. Omanite is water rock, so it is weak to electric and 4 times weak to grass, just like the Geodude line, Onix, and the Rhyhorn line. But with that, we have the secret key. Everything else has been accounted for. Next time on Pokemon Yellow, we're not being turned away. We can take on the 7th gym, Cinnabar Island's gym. And trust me, we have stuff to talk about. We do. See you guys then.